I need you, Will.
Come on, Dylan, let's go. Let's go, Dylan.
Crack the whip. He's not working yet.
Oh, set me free, Lord, set me free, Lord. I'll be free, Lord, I'll be free, Lord. Set me free, Lord, set me free, free. I'll be free, Lord, I'll be free, Lord.
I like how it's the same three lines.
Okay guys, so hopefully you enjoyed all of that. So now I just have to show a few things. But first off, I built this a few days ago out of just my Legos, of course. But yeah, so as you guys know, it's my favorite, probably my favorite gun. Of course, I've never shot one. Of course, I've shot in tons of guns. As you saw on like one of the day vlogs, and more specifically Gun Mayhem 4. Where that giant wheat field fire started. But I have shot my second favorite gun, my favorite rifle, the AR-15, which is not a real one, of course. It's my little replica that I made. But my most wanted to shoot gun is a Desert Eagle. I've only seen one in real life, which is a Desert Eagle 45. But my favorite one is the Desert Eagle 50 AE or 50 Action Express. But yeah, so I built this little Lego one. Of course, it's not life-size because they are ginormous handguns in real life. But yeah, so, but that's, it's probably about 2/3, well, probably about half the size, because they are quite a bit bigger. But yeah, so this is about the size of my dad's 9. But yeah, so you can see the most identifiable part of a Desert Eagle, a little slanted tip there, and yeah, so I'm pretty proud of it overall. I mean, of course I made a few Lego guns. Most of them I took apart because they just kind of sucked or were falling apart. The only other one that I made that I really liked was that crossbow that actually did fire. So yeah, so here it is. But first off, I just want to show these real quick. I was just pretty much a review because I've showed these before. I just want to show them again, just for some more little cool working Lego things that I've made. But this, I used on like one video, custom Lego new and old, back when I only had a few custom Lego minifigures. But basically, I had the white backdrop, and then you spin this little gear thing, and there's like a whole mechanism inside there, and then this platform on the top for the minifigures. Yeah, it kind of just spins it like that. So a lot of Lego reviewers make these, but only used it once, so I figured I might as well show it again. Then I also made 3 of these. I gave like one of them away, but it was a really small one. But I made 2 butterfly knives. Of course, there's not actual knives in them. They're just that. But yeah, so this is my main one. Dropped it. See, if that was a real one, I would have just impaled my chest. But yeah, so the little red small one with the super small blade there. And then the blue one, which is like life-size to most of them. And then kind of the cool little art on both of them. But yeah, so those actually kind of work. The red one's kind of hard because it's very small, but the red one's pretty darn, or I mean the blue one's pretty darn easy. And yeah, just some spinny pieces in there. So yeah, so I am not a master at all at butterfly knife or balisong. But yeah, so this is my little crossbow right there. Basically this rubber band, I need to get a new one because it is like deteriorated right there. As you can see, like you stretch it a little bit and it's just flimsy. It's not there, but that's for the mechanism for the trigger thing right there. And basically there's that little hole right there that goes on the gears right there and holds those, which you can see the rubber band is super weak because normally it's not supposed to move at all. It's supposed to hold. So yeah, so I'll try loading this safely. And I lost the little bolt that I made for it before, but I just made another one, so it's kind of like that. The last one's completely red. But yeah, so basically you just put both of the rubber bands right there, and I'm going to try hold out. the rubber band literally just snapped. So I'm gonna try loading this with this same rubber band, keeping it on there. So yeah, so you just put both rubber bands onto the gear back there, and then you put both of the rubber bands like so. So it kind of takes somewhat long to hold, but I'm gonna have to hold the trigger forward because this rubber band is like completely deteriorating. So I'm just gonna take that off. Holy cow, yeah, it is. That's crazy. It like melted to it almost. That's weird. So yeah, and then you just put that bolt right in there like so, and then normally you would just pull this trigger back, but since there's no rubber band right there, you would do that. But yeah, so you just kind of pull that thing back, the rubber band back, and then it kind of just pulls the trigger and shoots it. So you can see it fires it pretty darn hard. It flew all the way over to my movie poster wall and hit that. So yeah, pretty darn legit. But yeah, so let me just put the stuff away and then we'll move on. Yeah, so back to this. No, it does not actually shoot. This one is more just kind of for a little replica. But yeah, so I built it completely by myself. This one I actually did not watch any LEGO tutorials on YouTube or even look at a picture of a LEGO one that someone else made. I literally just looked at a picture of a real one and based it off that. So yeah, I really like how it's like smooth. I actually kind of slanted those pieces to make it a little more curved of a handle. You can see the magazine sticking out of the bottom a little bit right there, and then the little handguard and the hammer on the back there. But yeah, so then that right there is a little bit different on the other side, so it's not ambidextrous. I'm pretty sure it is on the real one. But yeah, and then the little Picatinny rail on the top, and then the iron sights, and I also curved it around there as well. And then the little 50 Action Express bullet, which compared to that is just a little bit oversized, but not too much. So yeah, so here are the other pictures of it in my hand, so you can see it's kind of a little bit smaller, and the pictures of the other side and everything, in my fancy, nice picture of it. So yeah, so that is that. But then next over here, actually just yesterday for me, I got my next yearbook. So of course I'm a sophomore, so that's the yearbook. It's a little more boring than last year, but last year I showed all the pictures that I got inside of the yearbook, which I think there's only like 2 or 3, not much, but this year there's quite a bit more. Plus there was a cool little picture of me and my woods teacher, Mr. Tesh, working on my keepsake, or not my keepsake box, my hall bench that I showed last day vlog. So here are those pictures right now. So yeah, and of course that one with me in percussion. Of course, I actually switched from percussion ensemble to concert band at semester. I was supposed to be in concert band all this year, but I wasn't. And I can say, percussion ensemble last year was awesome, and it had like all my friends and like all the like percussionists, seniors, and everything, and the drum captain and all that. But this year it's just mainly freshmen. Me and Will were the only sophomores in it, or upperclassmen at all. Yeah, so, but then I finally switched, and concert band was probably even almost better than it was last year, because I made a few more friends in there, and it's also just like the percussionists in there I just like a lot more. But yeah, so that is a lot better. So but Will just switched in time to do that, but it literally happened just a few days after we switched, or after he switched, so I was still in percussion ensemble, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so I am in concert band now though. So then, yeah, so that was the yearbook. So next up, of course, my updated movie collection update, just one, which of course I got on the release day. Yeah, so, but of course this time it is Black Panther, so there's my updated Marvel collection / MCU collection. Carries on a little bit over there as well. But yeah, so Black Panther, so there is the spine with T'Challa right there and the logo right there. So as you guys know, I like this movie quite a bit. I think it's not one of the more rewatchable MCU movies, but it's definitely very good. Probably one of the best villains. Thanos is still my #1 favorite. But yeah, so he's definitely up in the top 4 probably for me, out of the MCU. But yeah, so overall, if you're wondering why I got the DVD, first off, it's because Target's always having the movies on sale the day that they come out. So this was only $17, but also I like this cover better, the Blu-ray and the DVD. I like these covers a lot better than like the Steelbook, which is Best Buy exclusive, and we don't have a Best Buy here. But also like the like all the other editions and everything, and the Target exclusive for this one was kind of sad because the front cover was kind of just like that a little bit almost, which I just don't think looks that great. But also it just like that one came with like a book and like a trifold and just all that stuff, and it was great, and like all the cool covers and like all the other media releases were like kind of boring with just Thor there. But this one, like, this is way more exciting, so, in my opinion. But yeah, so you have Wakanda right there, some of the ships, Marvel Studios Black Panther, the main ship right there, another one right there, and then all of the main characters on the front there with all their names, and then the back, again, is kind of boring and looks kind of weird in my opinion. But yeah, so that's Black Panther. Finally got to show it to my mom and dad as well. So yeah, so I watched it again. But the last thing I have to show is, you guys know this, my Nerf arsenal. Of course, there's quite a few more things in it now that I don't have any room to put anywhere else currently, and my dress shirt always goes right there, so that blocks off right there too. But yeah, so I have not bought a Nerf gun in quite a while, but I just had $15 extra. And I decided that I'd buy this one because I've always kind of wanted a break barrel gun. And this is just a simple little $15 one. And I believe this is like the cheapest mega gun that there is. I mean, don't get me wrong, that the cheapest one is obviously this, which I believe when I bought it, it was like $12 or something like that. But now they sell it for like $8. But the Big Shock holds one bullet up there with a little kind of sight when the bullet's not in there, and then shoots out of there. But yeah, so that's probably the cheapest still, but this is like the second cheapest because the other one is that, which is like $20, and then the biggest one, well, I don't know if it's the biggest one anymore. It's definitely still like the longest Nerf gun, but that one was like 60 or something a long time ago. DualShock, that was like, I guess that one was 20, but it's also Elite and Mega. So I'm not gonna really count that one. But this one is, I don't think it just came out, but it's definitely one of the somewhat more new Nerf guns. But it was only $15, but yeah, so first off, I mean, it looks like a full-on hand cannon. I actually really like how it looks. Sadly, it does load with just one of those. I wish they kind of would have had the top thing right there. But yeah, so also what's really cool is this, like the first time they've done this, the handle actually has like these little gauges that you can see through, so you can actually see like a little bit of the plunger mechanism. So like when you pull it, you can actually see like it going and the spring being compressed. But yeah, so it's called the Nerf Mega Tri-Brake. So yeah, so also I really like the mat and the kind of ridges that they put on it and everything. And then yeah, so there's the three things right there, little rail right there, a clip, and then of course there's the two triggers to release that right there. So yeah, so then just opens, and believe it or not, there's no lock. So yes, you can just fire it like this. So just fires just like so, just, and then you're out. So yeah, so I'm gonna get that reloaded, and that is all I have to show. So that is my new little Nerf gun. Just decided I would buy that. So yeah, so that did go a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but still not a super long day vlog. Still at least under half an hour, which is what I was hoping for. At least half an hour, 20 minutes or lower. But yeah, so hopefully you guys like that. Everything I showed and did in this day vlog. Next day vlog will of course be along with my update movie poster, but that, or update movie poster wall and whatever else happens by then. But that will probably not be for another 2 or 3 weeks probably, because I do have quite a few skits and stuff until then, and my next short film is coming out in just over 10 days, I believe, so get ready for that. Of course, Solo Revolution right there. Definitely probably my most fun short film. Definitely not my best, but I was more just going for the fun and adventure kind of 50s sci-fi feel. But it's still pretty good, I would say. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this. I'm actually going to see Deadpool 2 at 1:30, so in just a couple hours. And of course, that'll be its own solo video. I really like the thumbnail, because if you guys don't know, my Avengers Infinity War thumbnail, it was like me with the Infinity Gauntlet kind of doing that Thanos poster where he's like, but for this one, you guys know there's like the posters with Deadpool kind of resting on Cable's shoulder. Well, I made one where Cable's kind of doing his little thing, and then I'm kind of on his head resting. So yeah, I actually like it almost a little bit more than what I did with the Infinity War one. But let me know how you're liking these solo videos for my movie reviews. I'm definitely decided it for the bigger movies, like these two most anticipated movies of the year. Probably for a few movies a year, I will be doing solo videos, but other than that, I'll be doing that. And I just started watching 13 Reasons Why Season 2, so I'll probably do my review for that on the next day vlog. But yeah, so other than that, that is pretty much it. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.